I'm here with Rachel Halipchuk, freshman guard for the SFU women's basketball team. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Alice.
How are you?
Good.
So you're from Princeton, BC, a small town in the interior. How is the competition in your small city for basketball?
I think competition is, to some degree, whatever you make it. And I had a couple of natural athletes who I got to grow up and compete with, which was great because we pushed each other, had a lot of fun. Obviously, in a small town, there were 230 kids in my high school. There's one high school in the town, so you don't have the numbers that you have in a larger center. So to seek a high level, I went out of town to Kelowna and Langley for CP.
So how long did that take you to get from Princeton to where you needed to play?
Kelowna was a 2-hour drive, and Langley was 2.5. One way, yeah. But the great thing was I had excellent parents who didn't seem to mind driving.
Right. So it's come to my attention that you were injured in your grade 11?
Grade 12.
Grade 12 season. You tore your ACL, so can you tell me a little bit about how that affected you in that season and as a player, and kind of your views on injuries and looking at basketball from a sideline point of view as compared to a player point of view?
Okay, so for sure, as soon as it happened, it was devastating, and when you hear the pop that's bad news, and you're out for months, and it took me weeks to even say that I heard it pop, because I knew what that meant, and then you just accept it, and you realize, okay, I'm out, and for me, I never really thought about what it meant in the long run. I just knew that I had to get it healthy right now so I could get back playing, so that was my focus, and then I talked to Langford, and he mentioned coaching. So I got into coaching a lot at the high school, and I got to assistant coach our senior team, which was great because then I got to be with my friends and the girls who I would have been playing with and still travel and have that experience, but it was from the sidelines. And at first, it was hard to just try to see the floor and know that you're not out there and try to see it for the players who are there. But what it meant was I just gained a better understanding of positioning, where you need to be, and all that strategy that coaches talk about. To see some of it on the floor, it was just okay, so that's why we do that.
And because you got injured in your grade 12 year, how did you get recruited to SFU?
Well, I talked to Langford before I was injured. So I was playing with the U17 team as I got called up onto it in July. So I played with them for a month, and they got injured a week before they left to nationals, at which point I'd been talking to Langford before that. And then...
Were you worried at all that your offer was going to get taken away when you got injured? Was that ever a worry in your mind?
I don't remember specifically that. I remember thinking, I wonder what he's thinking right now, and being concerned, but he didn't seem too concerned when I first talked to him about it. He just said, okay, so where are you going to go for physio, and who's your surgeon? Do you have it booked? So it was just kind of okay, we're moving forward. And that was it. Just kept looking at getting it healthy.
And what kind of rehab did you do for your injury?
Physio. So I went to Penticton, which was just the next town over, and just the regular ACL repair rehab, which is great. That was a good thing about it. Was an ACL injury, which is a major injury, but because it's so common in sports, they have the rehab process weekly. This is what you're gonna do this week, and then you're on to this. So it's just work through that, and as long as I followed it, it went smoothly.
So do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have an older sister and a younger half-sister.
Do either of them play sports?
My sister played volleyball and Highland danced in high school, and now she's in engineering, and that seems to consume her life.
Was she kind of a role model for you at all, or did she influence you growing up?
Yeah, for sure. She definitely has the most heart I can imagine in a person, and just cares about everything and put her all into everything she did. And a lot of things were harder for her and more of a challenge, but it didn't matter. She was going to excel at them and put the work in that was required to succeed.
Now that you're kind of in your first couple weeks of university, how's your first impression of it? How do you feel about it?
I love it. It's great. It's super fun. It's there's as much reading and everything as your parents say there is, but it's fun, and you have lots of time in the day to still play basketball or just chill and enjoy, meet new people. There's so many things to do.
Do you have a favorite part?
Well, I love the basketball right now. Yeah, just the team and getting to know the girls because everyone is so fantastic on the team. It's just super fun.
Are you finding the pace different from high school basketball to university basketball?
Oh, for sure. Completely different.
Yeah.
It's like night and day, but I'm used to that.
Okay, and I have one final question for you. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck could?
Oh, man. He would chuck 50 chucks of wood if he could.
Nice! That's a good answer. Well, I hope you enjoyed your time with Rachel Halipchuk, and be sure to check out our other interviews on the SFU website.